why we thrive. We arrive. Get out of the woods, we raise the fight. I love you more and more. I love you more and more. I more and more.
Leaving the past behind, no turning back this time. Tired of chasing shadows, tired of walking the line. No more games, no more lies to hide behind. The weight is lifted, now I'm flying high.
Say goodbye to fake smiles and empty hearts. To those who tore me down, playing their parts. No longer lost in the noise, I found my way.
Feel the aftermath of every word I didn't say.
I'm moving on, stepping into the light. I'm moving strong, embracing what feels right. No more bullshit, no more fear or doubt. I'm moving on, leaving all that behind now. Fuck the past, I'm running fast, building something that's meant to last.
Dreaming of a new tomorrow, hoping every breath. No more time to borrow, no fear of what's left. Letting go of sorrow, the weight I used to hold. Life's a winding road and I'm ready to be bold. Time to start a new adventure with a clearer view. I'll be just fine, I got everything I knew. Living my own line, carving my own way. Stepping out of the dark into the day.
I'm moving on, stepping into the light. I'm moving strong, embracing what feels right. No more bullshit, no more fear or doubt. I'm moving on, leaving all that behind now. Fuck the past, I'm running fast, building something that's meant to last.
Dreaming of a new world, dreaming of a new tomorrow, hoping every breath. No more time to borrow, no fear of what's left. Letting go of sorrow, the weight I used to hold. Life's a winding road and I'm ready to be. Time to start a new adventure with a clearer view. I'll be just fine, I've got everything I knew. Living my own line, carving my own way. Stepping out of the dark into the day.
I'm moving on, stepping into the light. I'm moving strong, embracing what feels right. Embracing what feels right. No more bullshit, no more fear or doubt. I'm moving on, leaving all that behind now. Fuck the past, I'm running fast, building something that's meant to last.
Every scar, every tear was a lesson in disguise. Now I see the truth beneath all the lies. Strength is in the healing, the wounds that fade away. I'm forging my own path and I'm here to stay. I'm moving on from the shadows of the past. Breaking free, I found my peace at last. With love in my heart and fire in my soul, I'm writing my future, taking full control.
The greatest remedy for change and really dealing with any kind of like transformation, change, growth is reflection. And I don't mean like sitting there and journaling every day. Not that that's bad or anything, but just I think there's a sort of point where we get into this. Don't reminisce on the past. Don't dwell on the past. Don't do any sort of reflection at all. And sort of the unpopular opinion here is that actually it's good to reflect, but you do this in a curious sort of way. You don't want to do this in a dwelling sort of way. Maybe dwelling is unhealthy. Maybe resenting is definitely unhealthy, and actually that can lead to the quickest end to any kind of relationships. on any side that resents, or even a lot of times both sides will end up resenting. But that kind of stuff is not good. It's unhealthy. We find ourselves maybe doing it, especially if we've been through hardship. But there's a healthier way I finally found to reflect on the past, and that is very modern. Going through your stuff, and I mean like sitting there, going through your old videos from last year, going through your files, going through your audio, going through your pictures, going through your notes, your texts, anything that you have that you've saved, because our phones, we save so much now. We document our lives without even realizing it, without even knowing it. And there's so much on your creative process, on your energy levels, on a lot of things that you can just, it's amazing how much you analyze about yourself. And I'm definitely involved in so much when it comes to tech and productivity and work from home and all this kind of stuff. I'm not really into the, it's just like a lot about myself that I've needed to answer is there. Sometimes I wear outfits. Sometimes I like to try different art pieces and kind of wear those. Most of the time I'm just kind of in very casual clothes that you'd wear around the house or whatever, because I'm working from home a lot. I'm not somebody that is spending a whole lot of time on what I wear. I enjoy watching for health reasons and mental health and uplifting. I enjoy watching other people do that kind of stuff. I think it's really cool. Just like some people might be into more of that, but not so much into exercise. I'm also exercising all the time, sporadically too. So there's that. But just reflect on yourself in a healthy way of what you document, and that will solve a lot of curiosity you have about yourself. There are some definite themes, I think, in the philosophy space that have not been touched on nearly enough, at least from what I've watched, listened to. Hate is definitely one of those things that I don't think we've really tried to understand where it comes from, why we do this. And I like using my own kind of stories as examples, but on this podcast I do have a line. On social media I have a line of, I'm very much aware that my family has come across this podcast, has come across my TikTok, has come across my Facebook. I've got X, very close friends, people I've dated, family have come across all those things. But what I love the most about that, even people who I'm not even necessarily cool with anymore, can really get some understanding of their own. It's almost like, imagine if you had a way through art or this sort of imagined friendship that never worked out, or this sort of imagined close bond with a family member that never really worked out, and maybe this actually, in this imagined sort of world, you could have the conversation with them that was supposed to fix everything, or you could have the dialogue with them that was supposed to help make them feel understood or less judged, even if in reality you can't necessarily see them anymore, or you still don't necessarily like what they do. You know that they don't like you still. They're never going to change the way that they treat others, including you. Maybe in reality that you would never have this dialogue with them, but through your art, through your process of working through things yourself, you're having this spiritual dialogue with them anyway. You're having this energy with them anyway. And honestly, that's become kind of on accident. That's what this podcast has become for me in creating your own life, having this canvas in front of you. And really understanding where your reality
There's a trailer by the oak tree shade, with ghosts in every room, where phone books sealed the roof one day to keep away the gloom. The master bedroom held its breath, a secret in its walls, the kind of place where silence kept its long and lonesome thralls. Oh, the haunted trailer's whispers in the stillness of the night, where a sober man's devotion led into a lonesome fight. With love that tried but couldn't save, he stayed with his haunted wife. Her eyes were distant, clouded gray, her soul wrapped in a mile. He watched as demons took her away, lost in her own exile. But he lay down beside her still, prayers unspoken on his lips, hoping warmth from love would fill the cracks through which she'd slip. Oh, the haunted trailer's whispers in the stillness of the night, where a sober man's devotion led him to a lonesome fight. Love that tried but couldn't save, he stayed with his haunted wife. Oh, the haunted trailer's whispers in the stillness of the night, where a sober man's devotion led him to a lonesome fight. With love that tried but couldn't save, he stayed with his haunted wife.
in here. The seasonal life. Lives are changing every day. Seasons are changing every day. We are busy, we are flowing, we are moving, we are going, we are growing in all the ways, in all the places. Our lives are changing in much needed disruption, in much needed adaptation. Life is moving. All the reasons you resented life, all the reasons you resented the daily monotony in the past, all the reasons you thought you were better than everyone can be true, frankly, if you just would accept the changes and disruptions that are changing our lives, all of our lives, every day. The world, we're not in old normal now, we're in new normal. What is new normal? We're being disrupted, all of us. All of our lives, all of the parts that make up our lives. This global disruption, this need to change jobs, to change places, to change roles. To move through the world as the world turns. As life gets insightful, as speculation becomes exposed into truth. And as movement becomes current, as life keeps going.
How are you, sir?
You shine so bright like a star in the sky, leading us forward side by side. Through the darkness and the doubt, you bring the light, showing us the path, making everything right. In a world so small, where dreams were suppressed, you came along with all your finesse, breaking the chains, setting us free from the constrictions of what we used to be. Into the unknown we will go, leaving behind what we used to know. With your guiding light, we'll find our way, embracing the future, come what may.